Hello and welcome to Clash of the Masterminds. I'm your host Seoulsteal, and today we have ourselves another replay cast submitted by 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿, one of my moderators. At the bottom left, we have ourselves the red 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿. It is Rio. And at the top right, we have ourselves the blue 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉𝙉. It's Jozy. So from my understanding, this is on the EU ladder. I'm not sure what league either players are in, and it's irrelevant. But we have ourselves Rio putting his first pylon on the low ground, really close to blocking that Nexus. It's within range. The Nexus should be fine. He doesn't intend on walling the ramp off normally. I've just been told that this is gold 1, plat 3. More like bronze, actually. That's what 𝙀𝙗𝙉𝙉𝙉𝘍 just said. So, it doesn't matter. Anyway, we have ourselves actually a gateway opening from Rio. Not too sure. Oh, okay. Never mind. Maybe I'm misjudging because this. I didn't realize how far out the power field goes. But we have a gateway, then a forge going down, and we got ourselves a cheeky little butthole over here, aka this Proby, waiting to cannon rush this hatchery here. Zerg not paying attention, didn't put a second overlord over his hatchery, not having a drone patrol, and there's the cheeky pylon. So we have ourselves a cannon rush on the way, and the Zerg has no idea that's coming. But we do have a standard opening from our Zerg opponent, Jozy, here. And the cannon should go down a little bit early, just slightly early. But if the Zerg isn't paying too much of attention to the hatchery, he can still kill it. The Overlord's going to come in here and see this forge momentarily, but it's not going to be in time. The only time he's going to know that he's facing a cannon rusher is when this hatchery hatches. And Theo going ahead and mining some gas, preparing for the transition off of cannons. Not sure what he has in store as his follow-up, but we do know that the opening is this cannon rush here. What is going to be Jozy's response? Well, he's getting some Zerglings, and it looks like he just wants to counterattack and say fuck it. Rio going ahead and sending a probe to the third base location, but Lings are starting to head on across the map, and well, looks like Jozy possibly will want to just go ahead and get himself this other base here. Oh, not sure what he plans. Lings on the way to Rio's base though, and at home, Rio, we do have a zealot walling in, and a cannon and a second gateway. This hatchery is going to go down, though. So, Jozy is back down to one base, getting a Roach Swarm, and the typical response will be a Nidus Swarm from Zerg. But the unorthodox response is to do a Proxy Hatch and Proxy Ravager, which is what now I'm going to go ahead and suspect. It is a possibility that he could tech up. He could do like Proxy Lurkers or Proxy Swarm Hosts. Either way, a proxy is a proxy, and we don't know what's happening. Rio's response, what's his follow-up going to be? Stargate. Excellent choice. Can never go wrong with Stargate. Everyone loves Stargate, except for non-𝙀𝙗𝙉𝙉𝙉𝘍 players. At least, you know, so 60% of the ladder hate Stargate players. And now Rio's getting down his expansion here. Oops, did not mean to do that. And Jozy's getting himself a second gas, but has not started lair. He does have plenty of gas to start his lair, but he's not getting it. So it leads me to believe that we are going to be facing Ravagers. Not really Roaches, not Speedlings, of course. Speedlings not going to help against this wall, because there's a cannon, there's a shield battery on the way. We have 2 Adepts on the way from Rio. And the injects for Jozy actually on point. The Queen has no energy, so they're constantly injecting, keeping it up. Excellent from our Zerg player. And he's making some Roaches now. They're probably going across the map. Not sure. I can't remember how to check what the rally point is. But Rio, he is aware of this now. The creep has been revealed, so he knows that he's facing a proxy hatch. But these 2 Adepts are overstepping their boundaries here. And as the battle of the neighbors. Zerg proxy. Oh, wait, a double proxy. Another proxy hatch. What the heck is going on here? We have our first Void Ray out. Void Ray is excellent against Ravagers, excellent against everything that doesn't shoot back at them, and they do really well when they're paired up with their best buddy, the shield batteries. We have 3 spine crawlers, but I hope the Zerg realizes that spines don't hit up. They do not poke air units. They only hit ground units. So, they should be aware that there is the possibility of Void Rays or any other air unit that could stop, or, you know, yeah, stop this attack or even slow it down. We have ourselves a second Stargate on the way. So we have a total of 2 Void Rays and 2 Depths versus 4 Ravagers and a handful of Zerglings. But despite all these units, the Protoss is still ahead in terms of his capability of counterattacking. And the 2 Void Rays are going to go ahead and reveal themselves, attacking the third. The Ravagers are attacking the natural. Files do connect with a Zealot. I forgot what it was for a second there. But now the Void Rays are going to go ahead. They're going to chase the Ravagers. And that Spine Crawler is doomed because they do not poke up. There's no spores to help protect them. But these Vials, oh. They did connect. 2 Vials did connect, but the Void Ray is still alive. And now we have the Queen spitting on the Void Rays. And excellent dodge. And the third Void Ray decides to show its ugly face here. And yeah, it's still not enough. And unfortunately, there's not a whole lot that Jozy can do against this. Except keep. Oh no! Oh no! Rio! You went into the Biles. Unfortunately, one Void Ray did decide that it could not live with this any longer. You know, this life of cruelty, beating up on poor Ravagers, Queens, and Lings. Prismatic Alignment gonna chip away at this hatchery and piss the Zerg off even more. More Bells coming down. Oh no, these Void Rays. Oh no. And those 3 Void Rays. Oh no, all the Void Rays are cleaned up. There's lots of spores now, and Rio is gonna have himself a hard time now in defending against this proxy. Proxy Spore is gonna do terrible, terrible damage to this wall over here of ground structures. All the spines were cleaned up, so fortunately for Rio, he does have some time to get some more units up to defend himself. He also does still have this proxy pylon with the 2 cannons that were here earlier in the very beginning. 2 Void Rays are still up. We have 3 gateways that are unfortunately not building any ground units, but also because Rio does not want to make ground units. He wants to keep making the air units. He wants to keep making the good units. Piles coming down. They do connect once with the Void Ray. We do have 2 more Void Rays on the way. Looks like the Void Rays decided that they want to have a little bit of a dispute. They're hitting each other for a second, not long enough to matter. But this third base is going to finally go down. Looks like, whoops, zooming out the wrong way. We're going to zoom in. Got to make this all dramatic. But the third base does go down. These spores are nicely spread out though for our Zerg player. These Void Rays now trying to find an opening. They find an opening, which is the biggest, widest opening possible, and now this natural hatchery is going to go down. Prismatic Alignment is activated, and Rio needs the GTFO. This Zerg fortunately has a creep tumor to help keep him going. This gateway, though, is... Oh no, Rio, no. Oh, well, he couldn't make up his mind. He's already halfway in, and... he had half a foot in death's door, but he managed to escape. Now we have a total of 4 Void Rays out here, and Jozy here is still sitting comfortably with a lot of Ravagers and some, not some, there's 1 Queen. This Queen looks like it will go down. These Spore Crawlers now shifting themselves closer and closer, inching their way towards Rio's wall. Lots of Biles going down, trying to zone the Void Rays away. Jozy really needs Hydras, I feel, at this point. Or Infestors to help slow the Void Rays down. Warp Gate is finished now, but not sure what Rio's going to go for. We do have lots of Biles going down onto the Void Rays, and 1 does connect, lowering an HP of a Void Ray, but not enough to kill it. Warlings reinforcing this forward position for Jozy, but Jozy does not have an expansion. He does not have a backup plan. He's going to keep going with this push. Void Ray does go down to the Biles, unfortunately for Rio. There's still more Void Rays, though, on the way. And Rio is in the range of the spores, trying to take them down. No, Rio, you need to get out. Okay, good. And we have ourselves a lot of Ravagers still around, though. Just too many units still here. Luckily for Rio, Zerg did some friendly fire to themselves. He didn't like those Zerglings in his army anymore. Now we have lots of roaches coming on into the mineral line, picking off a few probes. Well, now they're starting to attack. We got a few dancing roaches over here. They would rather get groovy with it than like make peace, not no, what's the saying going? Make peace, not war. Make love, not war. I don't know what it is. I can't remember. You get the idea. We have the Ravagers moving into the main. Lots of Void Rays still around. Filing the mineral line, but does not connect with any probes. And this Roach Ravager army is going to get cleaned up by the Void Rays. But there's still a Zergling nibbling on something. What is it? Oh, it's attacking the pylon. And now it looks like the spores are going to finally get cleaned up with the support of the shield battery on the Void Rays. At least there was it was in range. There's like one more spore here. Lots of creeps still around though, and that pylon. Oh no, the Zergling has changed targets. Is this gonna be a heroling? Already has 1 kill, 2 kills. It's gonna go down at 2. A hidden base for Zerg in both corners of the map, and yeah, Zerg has half the army supply of the Zerg. I mean, sorry, the Zerg has half the army supply of the Protoss, and there's a lot of Void Rays still out on the map. No response, no, there's nothing for Jozy, no response for the Void Rays. He has a shit ton of gas, but nothing to spend it on, except for roaches. And roaches don't shoot up. Hydro's finally going to go down, Hydro's den. But now we have Tempest on the way. And Hydras don't do too well versus Tempest. Oddly enough, Tempest do outrange Hydras, believe it or not. And now Rio's going to go ahead and move on out here. He wants to go ahead and counterattack. He wants to put the pain back on the Zerg. He started off dishing out the cannons, but now he wants to give the Zerg, he wants to hand the Zerg a dish of Void Rays. The Zerg over here, though, finishing off his expansions. I kind of would have liked it if the Zerg would have taken this, but he doesn't need gas. He's got too much gas. But now Rio over here saying hello, knocking on Jozy's doorstep. The pain train is here. The Void Rays are chipping away at all the roaches, killing up all these spines and spores. And unfortunately, though, there's actually too many spores, and the Hydras are now popping out. These Void Rays are now going to get picked off if he doesn't get out fast enough. And these, oh no, the recall, not the best time for that one Void. Oh no, he actually gets out. Oh, that was really good. Never mind. Fuck me. Well done. Oh, but this creep needs to be taken care of. This is just spreading way too far into Rio's base. He doesn't like it. No Protoss likes having their base violated by poop. These poop creamers spreading around in the Protoss base all willy-nilly, uncontested. Though there's the Observer. Time to clean up this mess the Zerg left behind. Jozy doing an excellent job. Oh, come on, Rio, keep cleaning. Jozy did an excellent job of spreading that creep in the Protoss' base and forcing the Robo. Although he could have gotten Oracle, but Oracles are not as efficient because you have to constantly spend Revelation in order to clear out these tumors here. Void Ray Tempest gonna help clean up this base. We do have a nice little pack of Overlords over here that if Rio were to spot them, it's a free supply dish. Supply farm. Yeah, Jozy doesn't really have a whole lot left. The momentum has been slowed. He has an oversaturated main. He's transferred some workers, I believe, is what it looks like. Some workers to one of these bases. But, yeah. Unfortunately, worker transfers are pretty painful for him because all of his expansions are a mile away from his main. And looks like we have ourselves another push from Rio. This time, Tempest, Boy Rays, and Immortals. Well, and a Immortal. And the Roach Hydra army is going to collide with this Air and Immortal army. Maybe. They might just dance alongside each other without knowing. Not sure if Rio heard. I doubt he heard that the wall was getting knocked on. He retreated his units before the Zerg started attacking it. So we do have 4 Oracles now on the way. So Mass Oracle follow-up. Not the worst decision. I don't know if he's aware that he's facing against Hydras. Hydras do alright versus Oracles. You do need a lot of Oracles in order to out DPS the Hydras. But the Zerg is pressing on that Hydra button and just doesn't stop. They just keep making the Hydras. Oracles don't do too well in that scenario. But when there's only a few Hydras mixed in with the Roach army, you should be fine. Pro should be fine, that is. But there's a pretty decent size of pretty decent amount of Hydralisks. But Rio now attacking one of these ninja bases he came across when scouting around the map looking for potential hidden bases. And well, these overlords are going to get cleaned up as well. And the Zerg wants to return the favor. He wants to fight. And there we go. Hydra's picking off the Oracles. The Oracles did not activate their ability fast enough. Tempest are now all that's left against these Hydralisks. But they're going to get cleaned up because the Tempest don't have high enough DPS to deal with the Hydra count. Although, no, actually, he didn't get cleaned up. He barely is going to win that. And Rio takes that fight. We do have some stasis wards. This is an excellent decision. I believe that... Oh, okay. We do have more stasis wards being planted around. Alright, that's good. Good. But now Zerg is stuck on 2 base. Well, not even 2 base. It's 1 base. The main is mined out completely. So we have a 1 base Zerg just relocating their workers across the map versus a 3 base. Well, 2.5 base Protoss. Maybe. Hydras are going to spot the Oracles, but not a whole lot the Hydra... Well, the Hydra can do. Oh, here we go. Oracle versus Hydras. Oracles win this fight. There's just too many Oracles for the Hydras to deal with, and yeah. We have 3 more Hydras that spot the Oracles, but the Oracles can't decide to just retreat. I guess he's really low on energy. I mean, we can see the energy. It's not that low. But, yeah, I'm not sure. But, yeah, Jozy's kind of up shit's creek here. Like, they can't really do a whole lot. There's 3 Hydras in the Roach versus all of this Protoss. I'm not sure what Jozy has in store for Rio here. Now we have some High Templars, Warping and Losite, maybe Archons. Yep, Archon. And the Oracle's going to go ahead and fly on in, and they're going to clean up all of these Hydras, and then everything else is just free. Easy pickings. Cheese till you make it. And GG. Rio takes the game. Well played, Rio. The Zerg didn't give you the GG, but I'll give you the GG. So, if you guys enjoyed this replay cast and you would like me to cast your replays, you can submit your replays at seoulreplays@gmail.com. That's SEOUL replays@gmail.com. Or you can submit in my Discord in the StarCraft 2 stuff section. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the cast. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed that video just now. If you wouldn't mind clicking that like, subscribe, and the bell notification down below, really appreciate it. Also, be sure to follow me on my Twitter and Twitch.